So, tea is, Malia and I are moving. And by the time this video is out, we've already moved. This will be our last video with KK before we move. So we thought we'd go out with a bang, answer your guys' questions and assumptions. And hopefully when KK comes to visit, we can do more YouTube videos. Yeah. Mukbang time. We got Chikfila, baby. We both got Dr. Pepper. It's pretty good. We're answering y'all's assumptions and we're also doing a little Q&A. Some of y'all were weird. Facts. I feel like we used to do videos like this and we wouldn't get weird assumptions. And now we're getting weird assumptions, so. I got a spicy chicken sandwich and fries. I got a 8-count chicken nugget with fries. Oh! I got an 8-count, or no, 12-count grilled nuggets with fries. Yeah! Okay, my energy's actually like reviving right now. I know, one bite of a freaking fry and I'm like back to life. I was dying. Sam. You and I. Yeah. Although some people don't be following directions on the assumptions, they'll just say something random. That's not even an assumption. Like, I love you guys. What color are your nails painted right now? Someone asked. It's a freaking horrible question. I feel like I've never ate before in my life. No, yeah, mom makes fun of me because when I eat my eggs and bacon in the morning, I just eat it like without a fork, and I just use the bacon as the fork. How does it make you feel now that it has become official that your sisters are moving out? It makes me really sad, but I'm also really excited for you guys. Like, I think we're gonna have a lot of fun, and like, I hope we meet a lot of new people and like make new friends and stuff. But it also sucks for me because like, they're like my only friends. Like, well, no, I have friends, but like, Millie and Mackenzie are like my support, like my everything, and like them leaving. Like, I'm actually gonna cry like right now. Like, this is so sad. I'm honestly really sad too, cause like, it's so funny because even though there's a pretty big age difference, like Malia's 21, I'm 20, and Michaela's 16. After the pandemic happened, like we became so tight. Like we really honestly weren't even that good of friends before. It was so obnoxious. Yeah, it was so annoying. Once you started to grow up a little bit, and I feel like the pandemic kind of kickstarted that, she became like our best friend, and we're like honestly kind of inseparable. I love our sister hangouts. Like guys, we're literally all best friends, and like we just talk about everything. Hey, honestly, like. But you better come visit. We're literally gonna fly Michaela out. Hopefully. Someone commented, they were like, she doesn't need parents anymore, just have her live with you. I was like, guys, she still needs parents. Like, I'm definitely way more sad than it was when you guys were moving out. Like, for the first time. Yeah. Because that, I was like, oh, they're gonna be like 2 seconds away. Because we see you so much now. But like, we moved out 2 years ago from our parents' house. And Malia and I live in an apartment 10 minutes away from our parents. During the school year, you get really busy. Facts. I know. She's like president of her student council. She won't even tell you guys this, but she's like low-key that girl. You know. Well, I'm Miss Prezi. President of my junior class. Ooh. Let's not. But you're really busy. Yeah. She's like, dedicated to her school. Am I glazing you? Oh, your friends are gonna be like, it takes a lot to be that girl. Why are your sisters glazing you? Yeah, literally one time we posted a video of me doing Mackenzie's slick back. They were like, your sisters just glaze you so much. And I'm like, glazing is actually the worst like slang that I've ever heard in my life. Would you ever move in with your siblings while they're in LA? When we went to go see apartments, I feel like LA, I would not thrive there. I don't know. I don't really necessarily love the way it feels because I live in Arizona. And the vibe here is very like, not that everyone's nice, but it's like more of a family vibe. In the place that we live in Arizona is very suburban. It's a lot of families. It's a lot of like parents with kids. Obviously that's what freaking families mean. It's not a city vibe, and I feel like LA is very much city vibes, and it's a lot different from here. It's a lot more fast paced. Yeah, it's crazy. So it can be very hectic. I feel like living there. I mean, Kenzie and I kind of got a taste of that last year, just going back and forth, traveling there. What will you miss about Arizona? Ooh, really just my family and my boyfriend, because I don't really like it here, to be honest. I think there's pros and cons. We'll say number one is definitely family. For real. I want to say that's it. We're going to be coming back so frequently. Like that not that we're not going to miss it, but like Arizona's still home. So like when we come home, it's going to feel like, oh my gosh, like the homey vibe. I don't think LA will ever feel like home. The nice thing is we can do our job from wherever we want, which is the coolest blessing. I'm excited for like a switch. I'm excited for a switch of scenery because we've lived in Arizona our whole lives, and now I feel like we're really like stepping out of our comfort zone for sure. Yes. I'm gonna miss our trainer. I hate when Chikfila has these stupid wedge fries.
Like, why is it thick?
Thicker than a snake. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna miss our trainer because he really be getting them workouts right. So I'm gonna miss
He be motivating me because I have zero motivation. Some of y'all be nasty with the freaking Q&As. I'm just putting that out there.
Don't send weird stuff, guys. I'm a minor.
Okay.
Wow, that
How do you guys feel about her starting to date?
I love that Michaela's dating, but I will say I am her older sister, and any crusty dusty that messes with KK will get slapped. But honestly, I feel like I trust Michaela's judgment with like guys that she dates. But also, Mackenzie and I were not allowed to date at freaking her age.
Whoa!
So when because my parents were super strict on Kenzie and I, and
we have different parents.
I waited to date, I kid you not, until we moved out of the house. So that wasn't until like 2 years ago.
Yeah, because when I started dating my boyfriend, John and I started dating when we were 17.
Okay, but I'm 16.
Okay. Yeah,
that's a year difference.
You want to hear what happened when I was 17? John was not allowed upstairs. He wasn't allowed in my room at all, even door open.
Yeah, no.
Which is fine. Which is fine.
And I agree.
Which is fine.
Respectable.
I'm just saying.
Like, bros just want to compare. But this is actually so valid because y'all were actually so strict.
Yeah.
I was surprised that mom and dad even let me date him when I was 17 and a half.
And that's why I watched Mackenzie and John's relationship and I was like, I'm gonna wait till I'm out of the house. When I turned 18, I went on some dates, but I never like brought anybody home until I was like, okay, I'm like seriously dating them. And that's how I still am now. Like, I don't want to introduce anybody that's not relevant.
I feel about Michaela's dating choices, because I didn't really answer that.
Oh, true.
I feel like Michaela is wise beyond her years, and she's very realistic, and I also think I don't know, I trust you.
Facts.
I trust you with my life, to be honest, and that's all I have to say.
But I don't trust men, so I feel like the cool thing about you is that you already have your boundaries in your mind made up, and you put that, like, you set that from the get-go, you know?
For sure.
That's how
And I feel like that's so important, because, like, I feel like I learned that like literally a year ago.
Yeah.
If you already know before you get into a relationship, that's the best way to go about it, because you won't get hurt as much, and then they know what they're getting themselves into.
It's best to like be straightforward with people, because when I first met John too, I was very straightforward with like what I wanted and what I didn't necessarily want out of a relationship from like the first or second date.
I feel like I learned that from you, because I remember you talking about how you like had that conversation with John, and I'm very vocal about like my boundaries and like what I will and won't do. And when the first date I went on with my now boyfriend, yay! I was like, it was kind of like I can come off probably really intense sometimes. It's like
me too.
Because like to be honest,
our whole families.
Yeah, I don't really care, because it's like whatever.
It's a relationship. I feel like it's valid.
Yeah, and I asked him. I was like, wait, what did I say? I feel like I was like, oh, like what are your intentions like with this? And then I was also like explaining to him like what I believe, and how like nothing's gonna budge that. And like how like God is my top priority, and like that's never gonna change.
Right.
So if that's a problem, like you can leave.
Bye-bye.
Or like I said then like I'm not the one.
Also, if you don't have boundaries, like squiggly digglies will just like take advantage of you.
Exactly.
So
yeah. I think it's good to have
that.
It's good to have boundaries for sure.
I feel like dating when you're young is also good, because when you're older, you learn exactly what you want, especially like for a really serious relationship. Like,
That's so facts. Like
Real.
That's actually really good. Yeah.
KK.
Yeah.
Do you ever feel left out?
This is a question on the podcast. I'd love to answer this again. No. The dynamic between us three is so like, I feel like it's so healthy, because you guys live together obviously, and I don't live with you guys anymore, but I never like look at you two spending more time together and be like, dang, like bros just don't freak with me anymore. When I hang out with you, I feel very loved by each of you, and like I can't see you all the time, so like I said on the podcast, for me to say that I feel left out would be unfair, because you guys treat me with the utmost love and kindness. So it's like I feel so connected with you guys still, even though you don't live with me. Oh, so no, I don't feel left out at all. You know what I do have to say? This is random. Sometimes like I'll see people that know me in real life, and they'll call me Lil Sis Kk, and it actually makes me so happy.
Oh, that's so cute.
No one, like, that's my nickname that only like my family calls me, like usually like my grandparents and like mom and dad and you guys. But like when other people call me that, I'm like, oh.
That's so wholesome.
so
I kind of
cute.
love that.
Like I forget that like people know that. And like there's just one girl, she was like, are you Lil Sis Kk? And I was like,
so cute. Describe your favorite moment or event together as sisters.
Oh,
That is such a good question.
Oh wait, I know the exact moment. My favorite one, I think it was
We have a lot
I
of
think
good
it was-
memes, bro.
during quarantine sometime, or like a little bit after that. But we all drove up to our cabin.
yeah.
Our
And I
grandparents' cabin.
The drive up there was probably my favorite memory.
So fun.
That's the first thing that came to mind, but I feel like I have so many memories.
I don't know. Every time that we've kidnapped you
Facts.
for TikTok has been freaking fun because then we get to be like pretend mean to her, but actually like be so mean to her. No, I'm just kidding.
Those videos were actually so fun to me.
They were so fun. Like I remember, the one that I remember is when we took you to the scary car wash. Like that was a top tier moment.
That's probably my favorite memory.
That was
I'm not gonna lie.
so fun.
That video is so funny.
Like actually, I think that was the best. If you
That's
don't know what we're
pretty fun.
talking about, we used to like fake kidnap Michaela, and we would basically like
There
I
were
don't
like little skits though. Like we would make her do stuff for us, and we'd be like really mean to her, like mean.
the scary car wash.
And I was like,
that
I
was
was
so
actually
funny.
scared.
Oh,
for some
she actually
reason.
didn't.
Like, I actually was
Did
scared.
you know that we were going to that?
No, I didn't know. It was a scary car wash. Lock the doors and lock the window. Okay, but Malia has to sit in the back with me.
What will you miss about your old place? I think so. We as a family have moved 15 times. For me, moving to a different place, I don't like have certain things that I'm like, oh my gosh,
Like an attachment
I don't
to
have
it?
an attachment
Yeah.
because we've moved so many times. I do think I hold memories with houses. We all have certain names that we like call houses and then associate memories towards. So obviously we've been here for 2 years. Well, I have a lot of memories in this apartment.
Plus, it was
towards
our
them.
first experience like living alone, like without any parents or anything.
Crazy.
I
That's
feel
so
like sometimes when we move, I remember the memories more from the house. Like if that makes sense. Like, I feel like I start to remember everything once we're taken out from where we are living now.
That's such a good point.
That's-
someone said, I know you will miss them so much, but what is it that will make you miss them? Why will you miss them?
Oh, that's actually a good question.
Ooh, tea.
Well, obviously, like, you're my sisters, and I love you guys, so, like, I don't... But, like, more, like, deeper than that, we just have so much fun together. Like, more than you guys just being my sisters and family, like, we're friends. Like, we're best friends. And, like,
yeah.
it's like losing... It's like a sense of, like, if you were graduating from school, and all your friends are going, like, separate ways.
Ooh.
You know? And it's like, it's like
that's
bittersweet.
sad.
Like,
Yeah.
it's exciting because they're like, you guys are starting a new life, but it's like a new life without me.
I wish we were able to be always here
Yeah.
with
I
you
know.
and still be able to do what we need to do when we're out in LA.
Yeah.
Last year, I think for us, like, it was too chaotic. Malia and I are very like, yes, we're very outgoing and we're very social people, but we're homebodies at heart.
sure. Yeah.
And like the amount of back and forth was like a little too much on both of our bodies and mental, I
Yes,
think. So
for
I
sure.
I think being there and having a home there and not always feeling like we're living out of a suitcase will be better for like our mental and physical
Yes.
health.
Let's go into the assumptions. I feel like some of these are like funny or okay. A lot of assumptions for the first ones are you guys triplets? No.
No.
21. Mackenzie's 20, and then Michaela's 16.
Yeah.
So we're not triplets.
We're actually not triplets or sisters.
Someone asked, you guys will be visiting Arizona every weekend.
Low key, we're gonna probably, especially me, because my boyfriend, a lot of you guys did ask about my boyfriend and I just didn't answer those. So basically, do I have ADHD? I'm like
Probably.
tearing this cup up.
Bro,
I'm gonna be coming back a lot, probably every other weekend, to see my man and the family, obviously. But I'll probably come back more than Malia does,
Yeah.
just because my boyfriend's here.
And we'll definitely come for holidays and stuff like that, so.
It's not a long drive, and
Yeah.
I think for me too. John's my boyfriend's planning on like living with us for most of the summer because he has a fully remote internship, so he's gonna be able to work from his laptop pretty much anywhere. Because we've almost been together for 4 years.
That's crazy. We love John.
See?
Yeah, John's a king.
John's a part of the family.
For real. Oh my gosh, Max and Michaela, you guys like actually love John.
Yeah, John's like a brother.
He is.
Well, he will be my brother.
Brother-in-law.
Yeah.
Yo.
Yeah,
I would say he's like my
good
brother, but he's definitely not like my brother.
That's freaking
so.
weird.
Yeah, another assumption was you guys keep your love life private. Which, yes, I think all of us do. People know the most about you and John, but not even that much. Kenzie's like barely posted him on Instagram.
For one,
No one needs to know.
if you put stuff out publicly, you have to announce things publicly.
Facts.
Like if you break up, you gotta be like, ugh. But obviously we're not gonna break up. Also, like, what if he doesn't want to be on social media?
Yeah, that's another thing, like, people don't really take into consideration is not everyone wants to be posted.
Yeah.
And, like,
Exactly.
it's our duty to respect that. And, like,
Exactly. Even the family, like our
Yeah.
parents don't want to be on social
brother.
media. Our bros don't want to be on social media.
And we
Yeah,
want to respect
so-
that, yeah.
Exactly.
Because not everyone, social media can be scary. And I
'Cause-
definitely understand that.
People aren't necessarily mean to John and I, but since we're in an interracial relationship, he's white. That stirs things up sometimes.
Stirs
People
the
have like
pot.
called me a bed wench.
what the heck is a bed wench?
Basically, it's like where a woman of color dates a white man for power and money.
You, dude.
So, yeah. Okay, next assumption is you guys never argue or have fights.
We don't have fights like regular siblings.
Yeah.
If you've been around siblings, like you know that they like start. We do not like raise our voices at each other.
Anytime we have a disagreement or any type of, I don't know, even when we were in the house with mom and dad, like they would never raise their voices at each other. Like
Yeah.
if they did have an argument, it'd always be like they would go to their room and like talk it out. So I feel like anytime we have a disagreement or an argument, we just kind of talk it out.
And we're all very aware.
For sure.
And I feel like we're all really respectful of each other.
We're
Yeah.
all very rational.
Yeah.
Like, if someone comes to any of us with a problem, we're like, oh, like, I see where you're coming from. Like, my bad. You know? It's like,
Yes.
Yeah.
none of us are, like, super, like, stubborn where it's like, nah, like, I didn't do that. It's like, we all understand to the level of, like, if someone feels a certain way, it doesn't matter how you think about it. It's like,
Yeah.
you hurt their feelings, so, like, you're gonna, like, apologize.
I feel like
Yeah.
we're empathetic and like we can put ourselves in someone else's shoes, but I feel like it's just more of like a conversation of like, oh, like I didn't realize that it made you feel that way.
For sure.
Or whatever.
Yeah.
Or it's just like something petty where we're like, okay, we're probably just hungry.
And we get over it. It's literally, angriness is the stem of all of our problems.
That's
It's
guys.
actually so
Real.
true. I'm like, why the frick was I even mad about that?
I know.
Dude, like some of these aren't even assumptions. Someone said I want to marry all three of you. Like, that's not a freaking assumption.
That's an assumption that will never freaking come to fruition.
Yeah, you freaking weirdo.
We say freak so much.
Someone said that I don't like being an influencer, and I was like, dang.
And I was like,
But I think that's because, honestly, I haven't really been that present, like, the past few months.
Yeah.
Just because I've been, like, struggling
Yeah.
with, like, depression and anxiety. So just know, guys, that I don't feel myself 100% of the time, which kind of sucks because, like, I still want to feel and put my best self out on the internet, and sometimes I can't do that. So that's why.
it's also hard too because like when you're feeling that way, you don't want to necessarily talk about it, but you also don't want to be fake and come on the internet and pretend to be this happy ass person that maybe you're not feeling that way all the time. And it's hard to have those conversations on TikTok, which is really why I'm excited to get into YouTube, because
Yeah.
I think we can be more like authentic and vulnerable and talk about real life stuff, because going on TikTok and having a conversation about mental health,
I feel like that can be so scary because, like,
Yeah.
sometimes I feel like it could, like, I know our followers should be so supportive, but then some people I feel like could be like, oh, well, like, I know too that, like, I think it's hard for me to talk about it as well because this job is such a blessing, and I feel like I should never, like, complain about it, but this is something I've always struggled with, so I feel like it's, like, it can affect any aspect of
For
life
sure.
no matter, like, what you're doing, you know?
Yeah.
So, like, it can make anything hard.
and it's not that you're necessarily complaining about
The
like,
job. No, absolutely.
exactly.
Because, like, also, too, I absolutely love our job. Like, I actually, like, influencing and, like, content creation, I feel like is such a dream job to me. And I've always loved it. And there are days where maybe I don't necessarily want to film or, like, I'm not in the best headspace. But that doesn't mean I don't love my job. Like, I absolutely love it. And I get to do it with my sisters, which is the coolest part.
Well, and if you think about it too, like, let's say you were doing let's say when you were 5, you wanted to be a veterinarian, which is what you wrote in your yearbook when you were in 3rd grade, that you wanted to be a vet.
That's so specific.
Okay, I remember. Let's say that now you were a vet and you were still struggling the same way that you're struggling now.
Yeah.
It's not that you don't love being a vet. It's that you're mentally
Struggling.
going through some
Yeah.
things that might take time to deal with.
Yes.
And that's a journey. That's not just gonna be like, oh, at this time and date I'm gonna be okay to start doing this, or I'm gonna start like loving my job again. It's not that.
Also, I feel like you guys can relate. Like, even think about yourself. Like, maybe if you're going to school or even just going to work. Like, there's certain days where like you feel super motivated. You feel like, I don't know, you feel like you're having a good day, and then there's some days where you have a bad day, and it's like maybe there's nothing that's affecting that, or maybe there is, but like not every day looks the same. You know, anxiety and depression is not something that like I can necessarily control.
For
you
sure.
know, which that's why it makes it like hard sometimes.
Yeah.
But I feel like that can also make it hard to like socialize, even just like in real life.
Facts.
So it's not even just like social media. Like
Yeah.
it can make just life hard.
But I do think that like a change of scenery, especially because our apartment can be extremely depressing outside of like what you're struggling with. Our apartment can be extremely depressing.
Facts.
Like, it's very dark, and
That's why I'm so excited for our
Yeah.
new place. Like, our new place is like, it is a dream apartment
Yeah.
to me. Like, it's stunning.
agreed.
So exciting.
I think that was most of the assumptions though.
Is there anything else you want to say?
Go
know.
follow my TikTok. No, I'm just kidding.
She wants the plug.
Plug.
Thank you guys so much for watching this mukbang.
Yes.
Thanks, Lil Sis Kk.
We literally finished our food in like 5 minutes.
I
For
know.
real, that was like
The
barely a
mukbang was just
mukbang.
like the first part of the video. And
We're
then
like-
we were just like,
I eat so fast, but yo, thanks for having me, guys. I love you guys, and just know that I'm editing this video, and if it's good, that's why.
Yeah, KK is our new editor.
thanks,
Yay!
KK.
Yay!
And obviously, guys, we're paying her.
Yeah, we're hiring her.
Yeah, they're gonna be paying me bi-weekly.
Mikhail's like, I will out them if they miss a payment.
Facts.
Also, you guys, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Also, comment down below any YouTube videos you guys want to see from us, any challenges, things that you guys want to, I don't know, see from us. And follow the Instagrams.
Kenzie Grace _
Malia Alexis _
Michaela Aubrey with two Y's, I think.
Yeah.
So, you know, you guys have a great day.
We'll see y'all next Wednesday.
Bye, guys.
Peace.
Love you.